All right, what's up, Dragon Brew? Today we're going to be playing some Delirium. And honestly, there's a couple of new cards that fit pretty well in here, and one that we've been playing a lot that actually is better in here than in other decks. So starting at the top, we do have some Burst Lightning because, well, we still need some finishing damage. Violent Urge obviously is good, giving something double strike a lot of the time. We do have Bushwhack, which can serve as another bit of removal. Patchwork BC to fill the graveyard, and we have a couple of cards that can work out of the graveyard. That could be kind of nice. We have Rapid Rescue. Now, this card lets us mill 2 cards and lets us put a permanent from among the mill cards back into our hand. So there's a real chance we can mill something, fill up the graveyard, take a key card back, and then go for it. That also gains us 2 life, which is nice. We have Fear of Missing Out. So this is just a nice all-around get to attack twice and maybe finish the opponent. Summon Brynhilder, which is an enchantment creature, which helps fill 2 different roles in this deck, but also can get us access to extra cards. There's 1 Esper Origins, because it does technically put stuff in the graveyard if we need it to, or if it just ends up in the graveyard, we get a 4/4 later. We have Keen-Eyed Curator, which can oftentimes get to a 7/7, which is nice. Couple of Overprotect, so we can maybe save a creature, maybe we can just trample over if we already have something with double strike. Of course, Breakout lets us get any of our creatures and have haste for the turn. Wildfire Wickerfolk having Delirium is going to be pretty nice because a lot of times we can get trampled to go with our haste. And we have Practiced Offense. And this card's actually better if we end up milling it, because then it only costs 2 to cast it the first time with the flashback. And usually in this deck, we don't often need to cast it more than once. And then just cleaning up things, 1 copy of Tursa Light Shatter. So yeah, lots of fun stuff we could do with this. If you've played the previous Delirium decks, you should enjoy this one as well. So yeah, we're going to hop in this, see how awesome this goes, and see if it's better than the previous versions. Okay, yeah, let's try. I mean, we're kind of hoping Breakout does something important. But I don't know. We'll see how certain cards play out in this list. Wow. Well, we didn't have many options coming up, so we will just be getting in our little 3 damage. That's tough. Momentum Break, you got it. All right, well, we kind of know what we're playing up against, so let's go red. Play a Tursa, we'll discard. Practice Offense, Violent Urge. Man, I was hoping to find a little bit of value of some kind there. That is not really helpful at all. It's rather disappointing. Yeah, obviously we weren't going to get to keep the Tursa. Nobody was surprised by that. Let's go ahead and Esper Origins. I guess we'll leave a Patchwork Beastie on top, so it's at least something. But it just looks like we're just going to be replaying and bouncing all of these, what you called. Nope, there's a Spelunking. Yep, and now Curator is dead. You got it. How exciting. I guess we just leave those. All right, there's no reason to do anything else. There's another Spelunking to draw a card. To play a land. To off an Esper Maduin? Not necessarily. Patchwork Beastie. All right, I guess that'll do it. I was just thinking, like, I guess we go ahead and play the Practiced Offense. Actually, play the Wildfire Wickerfolk and then play the Practiced Offense, because everything has haste. So just see if that's enough. But that's kind of crazy. The opponent went kill a thing, kill a thing, kill a thing, draw extra cards. The one turn they didn't, there was like, okay, I guess I scoop. You love it when you win those. It's just always amusing. Sure, there's a lot of gamble. I think that's what makes this deck fun, is you get hands like this where you sort of know you're gambling, because we don't have double green yet for Curator, but maybe we Beastie, find some cool situation. We can Beastie and Burst Lightning. Maybe we draw, you know, a hasty spell. I don't know. Oh, that land would have been nice, but that one will have to do as well. We at least found double green now, though. So part of the equation has been solved. It's not what you want to see, though. Opponent plays a basic island and plains. That feels like Azorius Control if there ever was a thing. All right. Well, we got to our mark, which is great. I don't know if we want to rapid rescue. So we're just going to attack. Sure, we can live with that. Let's go ahead and just play a Curator. And crack one of the maps. Don't know if we even want this. Part of me says yes, part of me says no, so I'm gonna go with yes. Exercise. You know what? That's the second opponent we've run into recently that has had Exercise in their deck. I'm gonna decline and just draw this. Because you're worried about it for a reason. And if that's the case, let's go. Spell Snare, sure. I don't know what this deck is, but we're here for it, I guess. Go to the yard with you. All right. I mean, at some point there will be a Day of Judgment or something, but that's fine. Hey, you know what? There are worse cards we could have gotten. Let's go attack first. Would you like to destroy our Patchwork Beastie? Looks like the answer is yes. And they're going to let it ride? Okay. Let's try to cast an Esper Origins. I kind of like both of those cards. Okay. Okay. I don't quite know what I'm going to do with the Overprotect. Maybe I should have put that in the yard, because Overprotect's not going to do much if they get rid of our Beastie, and then we just play, like, Esper Origins to get the 4/4. All right. Let's Burst Lightning you, just to put some pressure on you. Kind of in that sense of like, hey, if you want to do something, here it is. Get lost on that guy. All right, we'll play Esper Origins, let this get countered, because that's what's going to happen. Oh, they didn't. Well, look at that. I don't know why there's not a counter. Unless it's just another removal spell, I guess. But everything in my being said there was going to be a counter. Interesting. All right. Well, if they don't have counters, then this turn is very good with us having an Overprotect. Unless it's counter plus removal spell, which I guess is viable. Could just be multiple removal and they're just playing a removal heavy pile. For 5? Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't really want to waste this here, but I guess we have to. Kind of sucks, but is what it is. Maybe 4 of those are just lands. Doubt it, but, you know, one can hope. I mean, we're doing a lot considering we haven't had many creatures on the battlefield this game. So we're functioning. Not functioning to the highest of our abilities, but we are functioning. Okay. So we can Wicker Folk. Assuming they don't have a bounce spell, give Wicker Folk double strike. And then if we shoot this, so that first one kills it, and then they take lethal. If we did this right. So we'll first strike down the Meringue River Regent, and then the double strike deals the other 5. 4 Exacxies. Nice. Man, opponent just get lost, exercise, spell snare counter to creature. Get lost, Wan Ching Tong blocks something that we had to trample over. Meringue River Regent bounced a thing, and then we somehow still won. I'll take that. Yeah, I guess we keep this since we have double breakout. We have the mana to play stuff. Yeah, no removal spell, and we're on the draw, so that's tough. All right. The only way we get out of this is probably via practiced offense. I think anything else, and we're probably no good. So we're just attacking. Let's go ahead and get that life back. I think Wicker Folk's going to have to be part of the equation, one way or the other. Get a creature. Discard. Yeah, I guess Fear of Missing Out. Dang, I was really hoping that was going to be a land. This is going to make it very difficult to punch through, I think. Yeah. That definitely does the thing. And I will not be blocking. Man, this is tough. Like, we needed a land bad last turn because it's going to make this turn so much more difficult. No. I mean, Violent Urge to block doesn't even do much here. Yeesh. What are we looking to do? I mean, I guess we pass. I don't like any of this. I guess we attack first, see what they want to do. We'll at least use that for some bit of information. I mean, there's a chance they might try to, like, block with Bristly Bill, put a counter on them. We try to first strike them. Double strike them, technically. And that might be the best we could do. All right. I mean, if they have something else, they have something else. But we did what we could. All right. That buys us some amount of time. I don't know how much. Yep, Chocobo, you got it. Yep. I feel like us missing land drops has put us in a situation where we probably can't win this game, but we're just going to do the best we can. I'm going to decline since we already have Delirium and there's a chance we'll hit a land. Ugh, it's a pain land. Let's just break out. Take 1 point. Probably a bunch of lands on top. Watch. Gonna be brutal. Wow. 4 lands, breakout, Wicker Folk. I mean, at least we got something off of it. But man, that's tough. I mean, now we're on defense. Just trying to think if there's any combination of stuff we can win with over the next 2 turns. Practice offense isn't enough. Like, maybe if we get another beastie and play a creature and then try to practice. But I don't know. We have to see what we even have left. Because we're going to be on blocking duty, obviously. Oh, no. That's not what we wanted to see. That probably means we're dead. Sure, why not, man? Yeah, now it means we're probably not going to get to use our... Yeah, that's exactly what I would have done if I'm them. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could take 8. Yeah, there's no... We just don't even have any good blocks here. Like, yeah, we'll just give them the GGs. We're just dead. We took too long to even find a third land. We weren't going to win that. Man, you know how badly... You know what? Let's do it. Only because I have a Bushwhack in hand. But this is a very bad keep. Don't do this. With so many ways to get rid of 1 mana things, this is not what you should be looking to do. All right. And we drew a land anyway. All right. So, you know, the bailout. Appreciate it, Duck. Appreciate it. I'm going to play the Wicker Folk and try to get some damage in here with the idea that I don't want to play Brynhildr, maybe exile a land and then the card gets removed and I just don't get access to it. Also, if they don't exile it and they just kill Wicker Folk, that puts us closer to the mark we would like to be at for Delirium, but they are doing no such thing. All right, well, in that case, let's go ahead and Burst Lightning you. And let's fight you. And then we'll attack. All right. Could have used that land we flipped, but otherwise, not a terrible turn. All right, Sanctifier, sure. Nope, thought it might have been a shelter or something incoming. Okay, now we're locked and loaded. So if the opponent doesn't block, we make this a 5, so that's 10, 11, 12, 13. Not enough is what that is. So if we Wicker Folk... I mean, they're going to gain a lot of life next turn. We know that, but we have to kind of force the issue as best we can. Because they could play Black here and get 1, 2, 3 light. Oh, Shelter. Okay, sure. We can live with that. Shelter when we're holding Violent Urge isn't the worst thing. What is this? We're attacking... I mean, we would go to 12, they go to 7, but then you're forced to block. Yeah, that's not a good attack. We're keeping this one, but I don't expect a lot, unfortunately. There's a lot of decks, hands the opponent could keep that are going to be pretty bad for us. All right, so this is just going to be, do we get the greeter at the right time? Right? So we're going to play Fear of Missing Out. Probably discarding Wicker Folk. I say that. Maybe Esper Origins? Huh. I don't know, actually. That's a good question. What are we discarding? Because we're not playing Curator. We don't want to run Curator out into a removal spell. That doesn't make much sense. I think we're just going to try to get to Delirium sooner, is the game plan. All right, they don't have anything too scary in the yard. Not yet, anyway. Bookworm. All right. Well, now we're being put on notice. Sadly, I was hoping we had maybe one more turn till they set something up, but now we're forced into the situation of playing our curator, which I hate, but what are we really going to do? All right. Is what it is. This is one where being on the play would have also been helpful, but situation is what we got. Though we do get opponents that sometimes still try to do the thing. All right. Well, this is why we didn't want to run a curator out, but we knew that was a sad possibility. We do have a backup curator, which is good. So we're not completely up the creek yet. All right, let's... Man, I need another green land so I could protect it with this overprotect, but... All right. Maybe they don't have another removal spell. Though right now, they don't even have anything good to copy. There's just a oblivious bookworm over there. I mean, if we could untap with the curator, it would be really good with overprotect and stuff going on. But let's see what's happening. Strategic Betrayal. Sure. I mean, we got to sacrifice Fear of Missing Out. There's just no other option there. If they just have another, they have another. Okay, sure. And another Awaken the Honor Dead went away, so that's good. All right. Man, Keen-Eyed Curator's trying to work overtime here. Punching that clock, something serious. The other issue, too, is we're not really applying a lot of pressure right now. So, in the event the opponent does actually have something to do, they are going to have time to get to the mana, unfortunately. Okay. That is something. How much of something? I don't know, but it's something. All right, let's just play Wicker Folk. And probably pass? Yeah, because I want to make sure we have two creatures on our side in case they get another Strategic Betrayal. Because if they were to block and then get a Strategic Betrayal, we'd lose the Curator. And I do not love that. They could return a target creature or land. What are you targeting? We would like to get rid of that land, because I also need a land as one of the cards on our curator. You also played an enchantment to help us out, which is very nice of them. All right. Those all trigger. I'm assuming they're going to try to hold on to key creatures as long as we're holding the curator. But we get to see their options before we have to make a decision. All right, let's get that knucklehead. Obviously, we would love to take other things. We're just not in a situation where we can take those other things. All right, we're going to leave 2 mana up. Patchwork PC. You're actually not bad. You could help us next turn. All right. So I think we can get to Delirium next turn and or max out our curator, barring them getting the appropriate removal. And then I think we're okay. All right. Those all trigger. The problem is if they keep discarding creatures, we just can't afford to take anything else. Okay. So the opponent didn't do anything. Fantastic. Let's take an enchantment. And we got what? Land, creature, enchantments. So let's get a sorcery out of their graveyard. Okay, now we have a 7/7 we can do work with. And we don't have an instant over there, correct? Excellent. So now we have options. Don't have a lot of lands, but we can make do with stuff for now. All right, opponent's at 20. Let's attack. I think we're okay from here. I don't think we lose this. Is this where we overprotect? 7, 8, 9, 10. Is there a way we lose if we do this? Dang it. I feel like the answer is yes, so I'm just going to let this hit. Mostly because I feel like as long as I have an overprotect, they can't just kill something. Right? Because that's the only way we lose. So there's no point doing anything else that puts a Keen-Eyed Curator at risk here. Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, this game was all about protecting the Keen-Eyed Curator. I think there's ways we could have just went for it, but I didn't want to take that risk on that turn. I mean, like I said, maybe we could have like overprotect, give our Curator double strike, but if they'd have had anything there, then we open up the gates for the opponent. So a little bit conservative on the play, but I was okay based on the board state because I couldn't think of anything they could do other than maybe like deadly cover up, but then we just protect our creature and just be set up for a win the next turn anyway. We're back in rocking though on ladder games. All right, we will play the silly game and let you target some things. And we're not getting to keep a Curator, right? We are, at least temporarily. Huh. Oh, this is probably the control pile. All right, so we're going to need to lean on our haste creatures quite a bit to cause some havoc later. So let's go with that guy. We'll go attacking in the turn. They only have one spell in their yard. We'll have to decide if it's worth using Rapid Rescue or moving their yard. Might be better to use Rapid Rescue. But I don't know. We have to see. There's so many versions of Izzet. It's also trying to figure out. Yeah, that's fine. We'll get green. All right, we lose our duders. Let's get... I guess we just get the planes for now. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. All right, we'll go ahead and cast this Rapid Rescue. And get a Fear of Missing Out. So we have things. Are these the things that are enough to do what we need to do? That's the question. We only have one red. I guess we're going to have to play the Multiversal Passage. If we don't find something good here that's playable. Rapid Rescue. Probably not good enough. And then we'll just discard the Hushwood Verge. All right. Assuming there's another sweeper of some variety. There's a stock up. What combination of cards? I guess if we got an Overprotect, this would be 4, 7, twice is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right. Overprotect could get us a win. Or... I was thinking Violent Urge, maybe? I mean, they know the card we have is Rapid Rescue, so just... I'm assuming you're going to go after still the Fear of Missing Out if you're able to. Oh, well, you can't. Not with that card. Ooh, you're not bad, though. Instant Sorcery, and we obviously have a whole bunch of stuff in our yard. So, let's do that. Because it feels like there might be another Burst Lightning. I don't know. There's something there, though. And I don't want to commit just yet. All right, let's try to play Keen-Eyed Curator. And let's put this on green. And then if they sweep the board, it's just us and Wildfire Wicker folks, y'all. Maybe I was supposed to remove spells beforehand. Oh, I can remove whatever they target. That's even better. Excellent. No soup for you, Thor. Wow, they took 2. That's crazy. Well, all right. We'll take an instant, I guess. And then we'll target something in our yard. We have multiple enchantments. I guess I'll take a land to start with. I don't know what this other card is, and it's super bugging me. Our graveyard. Let's get rid of one of these. Do we still not have an answer? We still good? Maybe it's just a burst lightning, and they can't kill anything right now. Just something I can think of. Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. I mean, you gotta do it to stay alive. I mean, I don't blame them. Yeah, we just attack. I mean, what else are we gonna do? All right, end the turn. I don't think we do anything else. Trying to think what options. Yeah, we go ahead and play it. It's another body. In the turn. I mean, they can obviously get rid of it easily, but if they do, they do. I mean, they could also just play land into the Paradigm card or whatever. Well, not like that they won't. So that's good news. Thor attacking? Thor just on blocking duty. Also, yeah, I don't think they have spells we're that concerned about. We can't commit the Keen-Eyed Curator, though, to remove anything because some of these decks are still playing flashback. So it'd be terrible to try to get rid of something, they flashback, it's say like the Burst Lightning, and then they're able to kill something or whatever. You don't want to walk into that situation, so we'll wait. I'm going to decline since we have more than we need in the graveyard right now. Oh, well that's perfect. Go to attack. All right, block or don't. We have a Burst Lightning queued up. I mean, obviously, we're going to play some spells, try to kill off the Beastie, kill off the Curator. I'm just trying to hope they spend some amount of mana so we could blast them with this Burst Lightning. Oh, perfect. Didn't even need to worry about it. Nice. Yeah, this works, right? We could patchwork into a breakout. Don't really want to draw the practiced offense early. That kind of sucks, but could have done worse. Now, being against a life gain deck, I don't know what the best play is going to be. Because part of me kind of wants to just play another Patchwork BC and see if we could fill up the graveyard faster. Let's see what we draw, though. That could change our mind. Because, like, if we draw a Burst Lightning, then maybe we go Beastie plus Burst Lightning. Something like that. There's a few different things that could change our turn. But I'm sort of looking at the fact that we already have Fear of Missing Out. We already have Wildfire Wicker Folk. It might be worth it just to speed run the Delirium option. All right, what do you flip? A land. Then we got a Brynhilder. If we play Fear of Missing Out, we could get creature and land in the yard. Otherwise, yeah, we kind of got to be efficient with our mana. That sucks. I think we're going to go for it. All right, we found a land, so that's good. That does open up some options for next turn. And if there's a shelter, I assume we see it this turn on Fear of Missing Out. And then we'll just have to figure out what to do after that. So we need Patchwork Beastie to hit an artifact or a sorcery or an instant. Though really, we probably should have discarded the other Beastie because it's easier to get an enchantment than it is to get an artifact. Yeah, another land did not help our case any. That is unfortunate. So... Dang it. I don't like any of these options. I think we just go with the other Patchwork Beastie. We play the Breakout. Get some other creature that's probably not attacking. Curator's a 3/3. I guess. Actually, we'll go Wicker Folk. And now we have Beastie to be able to block because we put a sorcery in the graveyard. Oh, what are we doing? We attack, they block Fear of Missing Out. All right. And we'll just see how they want to dedicate their blocks. If we can get an untapped land next... Ooh. They just took it. Then I guess we just attack and try to win with practiced offense next turn? Because I'm thinking, like, what's the best thing they do? They shelter the Pride Mates. It goes to a 4 to a 5. So they go to 13. They get rid of the Wicker Folk. They'll probably get rid of the Fear of Missing Out. I don't know. We'll see. This is going to be a tight finish. Also, some weird things could happen, too, where, like, the Patchwork Beasties flip an offense and we draw a land, and then we have Overprotect plus. So they just left us with the good creatures. I would have just sent the Ajani. Oh, they do actually gain more. They gain 8, actually. That's a mistake on my part. Can we still finish them? That is the question. Sure. All right, so we're gonna juice our stuff. Give double strike to the Wicker Folk. And yeah, that should do it. Because that's 20 just from the Wicker Folk by itself. Damn, how sick is that? So the opponent attacked for effectively, what was that? It was 6 at the time, 11, 12? Actually, no. They attacked for 11, gained 8, and we still were just like, yeah, whatever. And we still had 5 extra damage to spare. That's crazy. Yeah, we got to keep this, right? Question is, how much value will we get out of our cards? Because that, I don't know. Sure. Requiting Hex. Goner. Let's try a Summon Brynhildr. Yeah, that sucks. There's a good chance we won't get access to that Wicker Folk either. Because I have a feeling... Okay, this didn't instantly die, so there's that. We're just doing Reanimator things? We are doing Reanimator things. Oh, boy. Alright. Let's play the Wicker Folk. Let's go ahead and cast the Rapid Rescue. That gives us 4 if we don't take anything, right? So let's just leave it all. Getting a land could have been important, though. I mean, we traded a land for a point. I don't know if that's correct. It's probably wrong, but this is a situation we're dealing with. All right, Spirit Spirit, man, you got it. Yeah, my checking my graveyard just had a courtesy check, but you have the best thing to copy. I mean, Keen-Eyed Curator's kind of bad for you. I dare you to make me discard practice offense. I guess their problem is they're also priced into blocking a Wicker Folk, which is kind of tough. Yeah. I don't know where they go with that. Let's play Wicker Folk. And I'm going to go ahead and play Curator. And just say you do what you got to do. I'm assuming that involves killing a Curator. I almost played Brynhildr, but having access to the extra card and being able to maybe cast it is pretty good, so it was a tough call. Yeah, I'm assuming they're looking for something to get rid of the Curator, if they don't already have it. I mean, that has to be the thing. If you don't get rid of it, then, like, setting up your graveyard does nothing. Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense. I was like, anything else is just crazy. Oh, well, if we just top deck another Curator, though, it's not so bad either. Sadly, we have to leave all of our mana up. This is one of those situations where had we taken the land earlier, it could have benefited us. Because that 1 point has not really been that exciting. Is there... What would you even get? There's just another Superior Spider-Man? So we just get rid of Doomsday Excruciator, right? Yeah. And then you just have a Superior Spider-Man copying a Superior Spider-Man? You got it. Congrats. Yeah, I'll discard a Practice Offense. Yeah, exactly. Like, I ain't mad at it. All right, let's take one of those Winter Night stories. Ooh, is that just game? 6 twice double strike? Because this tramples? So we go 6, 7 is 14, -4, not quite enough. Dang, we are real close, though. We are real close. 6, 7, they block 3. Yeah. Man, that is really, really close. I don't think we can do it, though. I'm going to go ahead and just remove the other Winter Night stories. And then I think I'm just going to pass. Because we can remove a creature and a sorcery. Oh, we already have a creature, so we need to get a creature in an instant. Deceit. Well, sadly, we're going to have to waste this card. That sucks. Alright. I hate it, but we gotta. The only good news is it gives us an enchantment we can remove. So there's that. Alright, so let's go to our graveyard, get an enchantment. And then we can take an instant from their yard. And then now we could have 8 is 16 twice. So if they just block with 1, they're still good. Let's just do this. This is a lot. We're trying to set up a win without putting ourselves at too much risk. Oh, that's a neat card, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. And they can also find a removal spell anywhere along the way. So like, we have a lot of things we're trying to dodge. And sadly, just attacking without wasting the practice offense wasn't going to get us anywhere. But they might just sweep the board. Duress. No! Alright, well, that's a good Duress. That is a very solid, healthy Duress, which could have saved the game for them. Now, if they have a removal, they are golden. Yep, sort of assume something like that would be the case. Oh, well, if you're going to draw all the removal, then sure, why not? Oh, wait, now if we get a haste creature, though, we win. Oh, really? That's how it's going to go down? Well, that sucks. Opponent drew perfect, and we missed. Yeah, this is quality. That last game felt very tight, very fun. Thor has found its way. There's a lot of community love for that card, man. It's been in a lot of decks I've run into on the ladder, which is cool. I think it's neat that people have found something like that they're kind of latching on to. Seam Rip, you got it. A little sad. I was hoping we get to flip some stuff there, but no such luck. I'm going to gamble on the idea that this Burst Lightning isn't going to do much. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. Oh boy, was I wrong. But hey, we got to bail out anyway. Don't know if I deserve it, but you know what? We're going to get rid of that anyway, because they weren't blocking. We know that. All right. Spellbook vendor, you got it. Juiced up. We are going to play Tursa. We're going to discard a Brynhildr and go attacking. Come on, block. Block. There you go. I knew you had it in you. All right. How many more creatures do you have? A lot of times they have creature light draws. There we go. That's all it takes. So yeah, a couple of quick things about this deck. I don't think we need a basic plains at all. I think the basic plains could just be some other, maybe Thornspire Verge or something like that. I think would be more than reasonable to play in this scenario. Because we only really have the 4 white spells. And while they're very nice, I don't think it's worth gumming up our mana in the early turns, right? Considering that we could potentially have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 other white sources for that one. And I guess there's going to be turns where we could bushwhack to search for one, which would be kind of nice. But for my money, I might be willing to just take the gamble and just say, hey, I'm going to leave the list as is. But if it comes up multiple times for you, I think you could freely remove the plains and add another Thornspire Verge. I think you could be fine with that. That also brings us to the fact that, do we need practice offense in this deck? I don't know that we do. I'd say overall this deck is very good, and I think the practice offense is obviously great. I'm a big fan of the card for several reasons. But this deck was already solid without it, so I don't know if we're gaining a lot by playing it. I think that's my biggest concern. But, you know, maybe. I mean, overall, the deck was, I believe, 9-6, so, you know, winning record, it's fine. You can still play it and rank up with it. We did get a couple of weird draws where we got stuck on lands and whatnot, so, you know, that shapes the numbers, but hey, RNG is part of the game. Yeah, I think I did really like playing with the Rapid Rescue. Wasn't too upset about having this at any point. Esper Origins was fine, and we did win a particular game because of it, but I think I'd rather have another Overprotect. Even if we just get into situations where we're going to like practice offense for double strike, then we Overprotect, right? Or, you know, opponent just has sweepers or removal, and we just want to protect a creature. Overprotect was clutch in multiple situations, so I think I'm going to make that change for sure. And otherwise, probably call it good as is for now. I think this is a pretty solid overall list and a decent upgrade to Delirium if you want to play it. But this will be over on Moxfield, like always. But yeah, remember that change about the plains, though, if it's been coming up wonky for you. But that's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.